Vroom, vroom, vroom. Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you there. My name's Justin, and this is my lightsaber. It's a lovely shade of green that I'm sure isn't causing anyone editing or watching this any sorts of visual problems whatsoever. Anyways, happy holidays. It's the holiday season, a time for joy, time for laughter, time for cheer, and a time for tradition. And what better tradition is there than two major movie studios trying to buy each other at the end of the year? It's happening right now with Netflix and Warner Brothers. But I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about the Walt Disney Corporation, a company that's bought way too much shit. Oh my gosh, we're freaking about Netflix and Warner Brothers? You know how much shit Disney owns? Think about it. They bought Fox, they bought Pixar, they bought Marvel, and they bought Star Wars. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Because love it or hate it, Disney has done something very special with Star Wars. They've turned Star Wars into a Christmas tradition. Or, at least they had while they were releasing the sequel trilogy and Rogue One. Because all those movies came out in December. And December is a month only for Christmas. Just Christmas. No other holidays, just Christmas. Look, there's many reasons why you'd want to release a movie in December. Mostly monetary and capitalistic, dirty, greedy reasons, but I don't really have an issue with that. It's nice to have a movie come out in December. It gives us an excuse to get out of the house in the cold, go see friends, go see family, and go have a nice, lovely event. And to have that be Star Wars for a few years was awesome. It was fantastic. Sure, the movies were questionable quality, but it was a great tradition, I would go out to Calgary, I would see my uncle and my cousins, and then we would go and we would watch Star Wars. It was fantastic. It was almost like a perfect pairing. So perfect, in fact. I always wondered, why doesn't Star Wars just have a holiday special? I mean, that just seems so obvious. It would be so good. Well, let me tell you something, lucky for you and me. They do. In fact, they have two holiday specials. There's one that was made under the Walt Disney Corporation, which is a Lego holiday special. Mostly follows the sequel characters with some time travel to get in your prequel and original characters. And it's fine. It's a Lego movie. It's hard to go wrong. But there was another one. The second ever made Star Wars project, ever released, ever seen, ever, was a Star Wars holiday special that followed A New Hope, or at the time it was just called Star Wars. Anyways, you probably all know about the Star Wars holiday special. You probably know that it was a train wreck, that it was terrible, that George Lucas swore he would hunt down and destroy every copy with a hammer. Well, unfortunately for him, he's royally failed. Bootlegs, which is the only way you can now get a copy. Which, by the way, this bootleg, man, there's a lot of issues with this. First of all, it's supposed to be the Star Wars holiday special. This is Star Wars The Holiday Special. It's the same thing, but written by an idiot. Also, this is a CD case. It's supposed to be a DVD. Fucking CD's nuts. Cut the commercial. Cut the commercial. Anywho, welcome back. Where was I? Yes, the Star Wars Holiday Special. This movie was a treat, a sight for sore eyes, really. Look, there's not too much I can say that hasn't already been said about the Star Wars Holiday Special and just how absolutely terrible it's been. And trust me, I could just rag on it and dog on it like everyone else. But I feel as I've grown older and older, especially in the last 5 years, going from a pandemic to an orange president and so on and so forth, I've become very negative in life, a bit of a Grinch, a bit of a Scrooge. And it's not a trait of mine that I'm particularly proud of. I'd like to try to get a little more positive in the coming year. So I figured, why not look for the positives in this absolute dumpster fire of a movie? And let me tell you, it's a slog, but I do truly think there are a few good things about the Star Wars Holiday Special that we always ignore. First of all, the entirety of the original cast returned. And Harrison Ford is actually fantastic in this movie. If this had just purely been a Han Solo and Chewbacca adventure to get back to Chewie's family, it would have been great. His acting is one of the only cast members from the original trilogy that's on par with his other performances. Like, he doesn't phone it in. No offense to Mark Hamill or Carrie Fisher, but they kind of phone it in a little. They know what they're shooting, which is ironic since Harrison Ford was always the one like, kid, it's not that kind of movie. But he's great. He's actually fantastic. He's believable. He's solid. Of course, there's also the animated sequence, which I don't think was intended for this movie whatsoever. I feel like this was something that George Lucas just had made and had lying around that he needed to get out, so they threw that in there. It's pretty good. The animation for the time is a little funny, a little wonky, but if you see any animation made under George Lucas, it's always a little like, all right, this is a bold artistic art style. This is a choice. Everyone's face is like, but that's fine. It introduced Boba Fett. Weird introduction for Boba Fett, but pretty good. Honestly, probably better than his actual theatrical debut. He gets to actually talk, he gets to interact with the characters, he gets to have a plot, he has a little betrayal. It's nice, it's a fun introduction, it's a solid character setup, and it's maybe one of the few things from that movie they should have kept in mainline continuity. It's a shame, really. Also, speaking of the original cast, I know I just dunked on Carrie Fisher's performance a little. She can sing. She can actually sing quite well. One of her conditions for this movie was that she would get to sing, and it was a good condition. The song's a little, iffy. The whole "we celebrate," but it's good. She nails it. Every note, perfect. Now what else good can be said about the holiday special? I'm asking. You there behind the camera, you look like a Star Wars fan, no offense. I'm assuming you've seen the holiday special. Any notes, any quick points you'd like to make?
I like Life Day.
Life Day, there you go. Who doesn't love a good Life Day? What is Life Day, you might ask? So Chewie has a family in this movie. Very interesting. Not something we really talk about ever. But I like this. I like this idea that Chewbacca has something to fight for. He has a purpose. He has a reason. He's not just some dog for Han Solo. He's an actual character who's striving to do something good. Sure, his family's a bunch of degenerates who are breaking things and running around on railings, trying not to fall, and watching porn and watching cross-dressers. Oh my God. I'm sorry. No, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. B. Arthur's there. Why is B. Arthur there? That's a little weird. She's there. B. Arthur also sings. And you know what? It's fine. It's sitting there. I miss when Star Wars was good, man. I miss when, we just had consistently good films. Say what you will about the prequels. I miss, just a solid, good vision under one creative that didn't just turn into, a slog of random segments and cameos. It's funny in a lot of ways that what Disney has actually taken from Star Wars is more holiday special than anything else, with just random nonsense getting shoved into everything, constant cameos that no one asked for. I mean, what the fuck? The Mandalorian and Grogu, we're gonna have Zeb in the movie. That's great. You say that to a regular person, and they look at you like you're fucking high as a kite. Who the hell is Zeb? Rebels. For the record, I know who Zeb is. I'm just saying, Star Wars has gone so weird. We've got Jack Black, we've got Lizzo, we've got Christopher Lloyd. This is exactly what the holiday special was. Just random cameos out of nowhere. No, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. No, Disney knows what they're doing. This is true Star Wars. This is what Star Wars was always meant to be. Just random nonsense. This is a positive video. This is an uplifting. This is good. We're defending. Yeah, okay.